I'm sharing this in the hopes that someone else can learn from my mistake, and so I can laugh about it after the fact. For context, I20Y/OM am an artist that sells my artwork in artist alleys at conventions. For those who don't know, at anime and comic conventions, there will be a dedicated section for artists to sell their work at their own individual tables. I started doing this when I just turned 18Y/O and have done about 6 events since then. So, I'm not a complete newbie, but I'm still relatively new to tabling. I'm still in the process of learning how to become an adult, as I only turned 20 earlier this year, so I had never booked a stay at a hotel or Airbnb before. For more context, I'm about 80% independent, so I do most things myself, but still get a little extra help from my kind mother when I need it. So, since it's my artwork, it was just me at this convention, and I was managing everything myself. I had procrastinated finding a place to stay while doing this out-of-town convention, and ended up booking an Airbnb last minute, the day before. I needed to stay 4 nights, 1 night for the setup day, 2 nights for the days in between the 3-day convention, and 1 night after the last day of the convention, because I knew I would be exhausted after the last day. For the first 3 nights, everything was going smoothly. The hosts were super kind, the room I stayed in was comfortable, and I was having a good time and doing well at the convention I was at. By Sunday afternoon, during the last hour of the convention, I was totally exhausted, as I had predicted. Like, actually nodding off while sitting up at my table. I was excited to finally wrap up when I had checked my phone. I was busy working my table, so I hadn't been checking my notifications. I then saw maybe 2 or 3 missed calls and a voicemail left to me. For context, the checkout time at this Airbnb was 12 p.m. This is the following voicemail transcript. Hi, insert my name. This is insert host's name, your Airbnb host. I apologize, we went into your room, and it appears that your things are still in there. I just want to make sure you're okay that something didn't happen. It's 4 o'clock. And then check out with today, just call us back to let us know you're okay. Okay, thanks. So I immediately had a rush of adrenaline go through me, because it was now 6 p.m. at this point. I hurriedly called them back and profusely apologized. Thankfully, they were very kind and said it was okay, but they were more concerned that something horrible had happened to me since all of my stuff was still laid out like I had disappeared the night before loudly. In my horror, I had booked a night short, and thankfully was able to book another night pretty easily. After reflecting a bit, this is where I had gone wrong. In my head, I thought you booked Airbnbs by number of nights, not number of days. Whoops, I thought it was like hotels where you book the number of nights and leave the following morning. I have now learned the hard way this is not the case. Hopefully my mortification and embarrassment has taught you something you didn't know, even though it's probably well-known information. TLDR. Young adult books an Airbnb incorrectly, and the host thought something horrible had happened to me. I learned the hard way that Airbnb books by number of days, and not number of nights. Edit. Hi. People have pointed out that I still don't know what I'm talking about, haha. Please don't take any actual advice from this post.